Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to properly hide acne with a bit of concealer without using any foundation at all and just using it on your bare skin. Now if you don't know me yet, my name is Melissa van Dijk and I'm a makeup artist and I'm also an independent YouTube channel, which means that all the products that I'm mentioning, showing in my videos are also bought with my money. Now before I'm going to start off with the tools that you will need, I just would like to remind you that if you have acne prone skin, if you're suffering from any acne spots as well as larger areas, the most important thing is that you're washing your face correctly before you're moving on to any other makeup products. So I can also link you a video right here on how you can cleanse your face, as well as the product is also to help you to treat your acne. So you can check this one out too. Now after you have washed your face, we now can move on to the tools that you will need. Starting off with a good moisturizer, because we want to have a smooth and moisturized surface for the makeup application. Then also, if you're suffering from major redness, we have to neutralize those spots with a green concealer. Then also using later on a skin tone concealer. Then also a bit of a face powder. And lastly, also using at least one brush for the powder application. Now you can also use the concealer and apply it with your fingers, which I'm going to do, but you can also use two other brushes if you like to. So whatever you prefer to apply it. But at least have one brush for the powder application. Now moving on to keeping it very clean. So if you have acne spots, it's really important, doesn't matter on how many acne spots you have on your face, always keep your face clean, wash your face correctly, also wash your hands before you are going into any other products. Now I'm going to start off with the moisturizer, but before that, this tutorial is also specific if you have currently a situation going on that's also very similar to my breakouts right here, which you can see the major redness right here. You have the major acne bumps and also some spots like here and there. If you have major acne problems, like having it over the entire cheek or like neckline, for example, then this would be a completely different makeup application and also a completely different tutorial. So I'm going to start off with the moisturizer. A moisturizer is really essential, especially if you have also breakouts or acne spots that are currently in the healing progress, because the skin above it is very dry. So we want to make sure that we are going to smoothen the skin, that we are getting rid of any dryness, as well as also getting rid of any mainly that it feels comfortable and moisturized before you're going in with any other makeup products. And what I also like to do is I also like to use the moisturizer specifically over those areas where I have the dryness going on. And this is where I'm really going to massage it into the skin so that the dry skin gets a little bit softer and also smoother, so that later on the makeup products will lay beautifully on top. So once you have moisturized your face, we now can move on to the makeup application. Starting off with the green concealer. Those can come in a cream version or also a powder version, which is a different story, but also liquid. I have a liquid version right here, and what I definitely would recommend you, so that we are not going to spread out any bacteria, this one comes with a doe foot applicator. I want to keep it clean. That's why I've also mentioned you should have clean hands, so that you can use a bit of product on the back of your hand without using the doe foot applicator or your brush. Dig into the product itself, then use it on your face, dig into the product again, because that's a little bit disgusting and you can just spread the acne even more, which we don't want. So we want to keep it very sanitized. And then you can use your finger or brush, whatever you prefer, and use it on the major redness spots. If you have breakouts like whiteheads that are not really getting red, then you don't have to use the green concealer. This only occurs for things like this, which we want to cover up with a bit of neutralizer. Now I'm going to do kind of like a comparison where, since I have those two right here, which are perfect, like the perfect example for today's tutorial, is that I'm going to show you on this side how you can cover it up with the different steps so that you can see what it looked like before. So I'm going to start off with my finger. Just using it a tiny bit, not too much, on the breakout right here. And blending it into the skin. And you can already see that the redness starts to neutralize. Now we don't want to look like Shrek. We don't want to have a green face. We just want to keep it very, very subtle and just using it on those specific areas. Now the the process of how you can cover them up is the same on each and every breakout where it has redness. Now that I have used the green concealer right here, you can see the redness is gone. Now I'm going to use a bit of face powder on a brush. Just a tiny bit, not too much, because we don't want to dry it out. We just want to make sure that the concealer stays put. And going over those areas before moving on to the skin tone concealer. So now once this is set, we now can move on to the skin tone concealer. Make sure that it's the right shade, otherwise you won't be able to use the concealer only on your bare skin, because then you can see a difference. So with this one I'm doing it the same. I'm using the back of my hand to use a bit of product so that I don't have to dig into it again and that we can keep it clean, and use my finger to just apply it over it. And it's already gone. And you can also work your way into it so that you're starting off with a little bit and always use a little bit more to really get it to those specific areas. Of course, you now could also go ahead and use a brush if you like to. The same goes with the green concealer. Just use a bit on the brush and use it over those areas. Just make sure that either if you're using a brush or your finger, that you're going to smoothen out any edges so that it won't be noticeable that you have product on those areas, so that you have a nice blend into your natural skin tone. And this is basically the whole process, and you can repeat it with all the other breakouts that you have on your face. And it depends also on your skin tone. You just want to go back, not skin tone, skin type. You just want to go back in to the powder to set the skin tone concealer again, so that it won't move around. But just use it very light-handed. And so this is already the huge difference that you can see. And now what you need to do is just repeat it with all the other little spots that you have on your face. And this way you can really achieve an even skin tone by just using a bit of concealer to hide your acne. Now, this is also a great way on how you can use less product, but you're still feeling like you're wearing no makeup, because you just use it to even out your skin tone. And this is already an easy way on how you can do it. A few steps, it doesn't have to cost much money. You can find those products also at the drugstore, which also are very affordable, such as those concealers right here for around $3. So that's a great deal, and it can help you quite a lot. Now, keep in mind, you can't really hide the bump from a breakout or from an acne spot. You can't hide it, but you can even out the color so that it will be less noticeable. And this way, you're just feeling good again. And you're feeling also comfortable because you just used those few products to achieve a beautiful finish. Now, this is basically what I wanted to share with you. I do hope that you enjoyed this video and that you find this tutorial useful. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!